Alright, we're good.
I'll kill him.
More was like, I kill Xerxes. Okay, what happened last time, briefly?
Alright, I got half a page of notes.
Well,
I'll reread them briefly. We got the rental truck. We split. Sophie and Matt to the crime scene. John and Jason follow the kids. We call Pitts with the picks to find something out with facial recognition. We went to the Cunningham farm. No answers. Break in. Find bodies rotting for a couple weeks. 2 children the same. Not much else. Go visit the marshal. 2005 state custody ran away in 2008. Intellectual behavior issues.
Whoa.
Trouble with English, likes dogs, etc.
okay.
7 p.m. Discuss with county about original findings 15 years ago, but there were no files. 8 p.m. Talk to Pitts. Found a Greyhound ticket to Maine on August 16th. Miami, sorry. Got into Baltimore 4 hours before the crime happened. So they were on a very tight time schedule. And then we went into the assessment, the lowdown before the public announcement with Pizzarelli, the state trooper, and the county cop. And we talked about all that stuff, and we pinned it on the state. Pretty much.
We talked to Pizzarelli.
Because it was their fault.
Yeah, it was their fault.
We're not really throwing anyone under the bus here that doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we went to go shred some papers, and we all felt some really bad pain in our individual locations where we've been wounded before by animals. Yes.
Yes, and at the shredding thing, the truck backed up, clipped a metal sign that fell, burst and cut a pipe and burst it, dripping the red
substance,
red water in the rusting sprinkler system all over you guys. It also knocked over the huge industrial shredder, sent it falling to the ground. 3 scraps of paper landed on your hands with blood. The blood stained, was really water, staining a couple of words in the slips of paper. The words that were stained were ask, no, become. The driver works, his back of his jumpsuit had like a cartoon cat on it, and it said cat's paws shredding services. So Pizzarelli has tasked you. Right now he's delivering the press conference to the media about what happened at Cornucopia House. He has tasked you with going after the murderers of Kerry Houghton, who are still at large, and who you now understand are former children of Cornucopia House. Right now they've put out bolos for them. Do you have their names?
Yes. It is Thomas Perez. Where's the other one? Samuel Ball. And the girl we learned earlier, so she's back up here somewhere. Ellie Gable.
Right. Okay.
We also found a picture. Oh, we already did that one, right? Ellie Gable? No? I wrote Ellie Gable. We found a picture of her buying a Greyhound ticket in Miami.
Yep.
I think that was Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Correct.
So
So
I know they came from Miami.
yeah, right now it is about noon in the day. What do you want to do?
Fuck. Alright, let's get some new clothes, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn.
You guys go back to your hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
You all return to your hotel room. Get cleaned up.
Yeah.
You know, if shit keeps happening like this, I should get insurance or something against the supernatural bullshit.
I'm sure that'll
This
go
is
over well.
ridiculous.
I don't think they offer policies like that. We're all showering together.
It's just a small shower.
Yeah, we're all sharing one shower head, so it's like one person under the shower head and 3 people just shivering.
Shift. We shift. We go into the water.
We have to go.
Yeah, but it's still always one person under the shower.
Yeah.
You're lathering up.
I'm also thinking of just like the 3. All of you are like naked in the bathroom, but only one is in the shower at a time.
We're just talking to everybody.
Yeah.
The door's open. The water's already cold. No one cares at this point.
If the water gets cold at a hotel, I get so mad. Like, there should be
Infinite hot water, please.
Yeah, you threw Vasquez under the bus. So yeah, where are you guys going to go now?
Chili's.
Yeah.
So let's go to the local Chili's to discuss our next moves.
Yeah, we'll go to Chili's.
No, Applebee's. We got to get those.
What year is it?
2016.
Ah, it's
Applebee's.
good. You get the good deals still.
You have a gift card, bro.
2 for $25 is still like an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert.
And then they have the $1 Long Island iced teas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
hell.
we're going to Applebee's right now.
I think I've said this before, but I lived in an area where they had $1 Long Island iced teas, and they didn't have the mix, so you just got Long Island iced teas for $1. So it was fantastic.
Oh.
You guys all get dressed and go to Chili's.
Hell yeah.
Applebee's.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
go to Applebee's.
Yeah, you're in the
It
neighborhood.
doesn't matter which
disgusting.
one.
I ordered
What to do
the
next?
4 cheese honey chipotle mac and cheese.
Ooh, give me the bourbon or what was it? Bourbon Street chicken.
Bourbon Street
Do you
chicken.
guys remember what it's
As-
called?
Yeah.
I went to Applebee's a lot back in the day.
God, you had money.
As you guys are going into Applebee's, your last one in, off of the awning flops a bat with a rabid mouth, and he's like flopping at you. And
This
I
point,
shoot it. I'm
then
gonna pull
he
my
like breaks its back.
You shoot
spasming.
I just walk in.
I was about to say, like, I'm so used to this at this point, I just, like, kick it. Like,
I want that Bourbon Street steak. Fuck this bat.
All right, you guys are at Applebee's. What's your next move?
We order.
4 cheese mac and cheese.
Very good. All right, next move.
Bourbon Street chicken, please.
Maybe with the investigation, where could you go
I
to
gotta-
learn more about stuff?
I gotta order the Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake, please.
Very good.
All right, I pull out my
This is all
my
we
little
get
cell
done.
phone.
This is all we do.
You guys go.
Jackson, I can't be out very late. All right, let's talk about Applebee's.
Excuse me, sir. Do you still do the endless acts?
We don't. This is
Doesn't
Baltimore,
doesn't
son.
matter. I have an expense account.
This is Baltimore, son.
Do you have free Wi-Fi?
No.
Oh,
What the fuck?
It's okay. I can hotspot us real quick.
Okay,
We're solving all your problems.
so,
All right, so we need Greyhound tickets to Miami, right?
You have cars. Just drive.
yeah, we can just drive.
Why would you ever take a bus?
I'm kidding. Alright, so we're going to Miami. I start looking up locations in Miami.
Well, she went from in Miami to Baltimore, right?
Right. And we know of one other person who died in Florida from the very, very beginning that started this train of thought.
Yes, there was a woman in
Hendry
in a
County.
trailer in Hendron County who, to start off with, all of like the house pets disappeared for a couple days, and then they got a call about it, and the police officer went out to go check on that, and he found the door bashed in, and then a woman's body in there.
Maybe we check Hendron County first.
Yes, so I pull up, that's what I was going to say, I pull up on the laptop,
That's
start
Florida.
looking for hotels around that
No,
area,
it's Florida.
Okay.
stuff like that.
So, is there anywhere else besides Florida that you want to check out first on your way down there?
Do we want to stop in Maryland for any of this? I don't think so.
That would be.
Hold on.
You can make an intelligence roll if you want.
Adam, can you do an intelligence roll for me?
I got a 28, which is a hard success for me.
91.
Morgan got an 87.
Yeah, I didn't.
I did not pass.
Did you succeed, Adam?
I did. I got a hard success.
You remember a couple things. First, King Torino's Children's Refuge was
Yes.
one of the places. That's in Charlotte, North Carolina. You also remembered that the social worker before Kerry Houghton, Franklin Price, is still alive, and he's in a
Oh, right. We were talking about that.
Super old man.
Going to the home.
South of Baltimore.
So I would say we hit that first, south of Baltimore. Then we go to Charlotte. Then we hit Florida.
There's also, I don't know if you want to go into this, but Samuel Ball's, I believe it was Samuel Ball's parents.
His adopted parents, yeah.
They were in jail, right?
Well, she was in jail. He last worked for a company in Alabama.
We called the company and they didn't respond.
Maybe if we don't get the information we need, we can do that after.
Yeah. And I'm not really sure...
It'll be Alabama.
Yeah, I'm really not sure if they're going to give us any information that are going to help us. Like,
I think we kind of get it.
Like,
yeah.
And they returned him as a child.
Yeah.
And she already told us he was,
Seems like he had problems.
Right. Unless we want some, like, psychological dirt to, like, throw in their face. Like,
yeah.
Hey, there's the dog kicker. I don't know. You licked your thumbs as a child. Sucked on them too hard. That's why your nails are all crooked.
These kids. Just trying to ruin these kids' self-esteem.
I mean, hey.
If it saves us.
I don't know if there's anything we could get out of that. We could try calling the company again to see if he still works there. But the old man, it was Franklin... What was his
Price.
Price, okay.
And Toby, also, I want to clear up something that I think we kind of have a misconception about.
Okay.
At the end of episode 4, when you guys all left 2001 and just went your separate ways and stuff.
Yeah.
You have the book, not Morgan.
Oh.
Okay, I didn't know that. I'll read it now because I'm responsible.
You don't have it with you, probably.
God damn it!
But you can think about the book, maybe.
Dang it.
I read the book.
I'm very responsible.
You're not.
I know
had
what
this
the book said.
for years.
Toby, you can make a...
What are you recording, you ass?
But yeah, Toby, you suddenly think about...
How did that happen?
Huh?
How did
you took it because it had her fingerprints on it.
Oh. I'm
How do
sorry.
we not have the book currently?
Because it's probably at his home.
Well, I'll read it and
Daddy
not
brought
say
it with him.
anything about it.
Well, he's probably read it by now then.
No, he hasn't.
Because I didn't remember I had.
He can read it when he gets back to Washington, D.C., which is where his home is.
Good thing we're so close.
Which you are. You could honestly say.
I drive to Washington because I remember this book I have.
First of all, anyway, so you finish up at Applebee's. Is your plan to go to
We're heading
Price?
south.
We're going to Price. We're going to the nursing home.
Oh, right. We're
Or
headed
the
to Price.
long-term
then Kings.
facility, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Charlotte's Rest Veterans Home stands outside.
Wow, veteran, huh?
Yeah, for a nursing home for older people on their last legs.
Oh my. Did you make a joke there?
What?
Huh?
What?
I thought he was making a joke about veterans not having legs.
No. No.
Wow.
No, this is
On their last
this
legs.
is a nursing home. You have different people there for different reasons, like rehab or hospice.
I thought he was making a joke.
I'm not making a joke.
I can't see your facial expressions right now.
You can't see me.
She doesn't have the glasses on.
Morgan is
She's
autistic.
blind.
You guys you guys look it up. The facility offers living apartments, a nursing home, and outbuildings used for family meals and guests. There's expansive courtyards, it looks like on Google Maps. There's some shady trees. Yeah, do you want to call ahead to them at all?
Yeah, that's actually probably a good idea. Or we could just say we're family.
Sure. I'm his step nephew. Or his nephew, second nephew, right? That's a strange.
We're all cousins.
No, yeah, sure, sure,
Yeah.
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 He was a kind man to me in my youth.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's like 90, right?
60s.
Oh, I thought he was older.
No, he is Alzheimer's.
Do we know how long he's been there?
We're his nephews.
20 years.
Okay. And how old are all of we? We're like in our 40s.
I'm late 30s, I think.
Yeah.
I am.
He's also black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And?
What was
And?
None of you are black.
And?
what was his job again?
He was the social worker before her.
Before
Kerry Houghton.
He was a social worker that helped us
Right.
in a
No?
hard time.
Okay.
Well, we're not there yet. We're talking about how we're going to get in.
Alright, yeah, sure.
I don't think they're gonna have too hard of security or anything.
We can just say
Maybe
we're
we
here
call
to visit.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could call it in.
How do we, what's our story?
We're.
You guys don't have to call ahead if you don't want to.
Hey, yeah, I'm just gonna walk in.
Like,
Yeah, we're
I
just here
think
to
we're
visit.
I'm just gonna walk
Yeah.
in. I think that's we can do that.
Yeah. So you get to the nursing home, rest home, rehab facility, hospice place for older people. It's entered through a large parking lot. You guys pull into the parking lot. You can see an ambulance sits silently flashing under the covered awning to the side entrance. And there's a door right there. You can go in.
I walk in.
You guys have to go past the paramedics. You see two paramedics loading a covered body into the back. A third man fills out paperwork on a clipboard. The third man on the paperwork, with the paperwork, looks up at you and says, "Yes, can I help you?"
Oh, we were just visiting an old friend, Mr. Price.
Okay, all right.
Sorry to bother, but who passed away today?
This is Mrs. Williamson. She died of a stroke. So it looks like.
It's too bad.
Yeah. So. I'm sorry. What did you say you wanted again?
Oh,
He's
well,
filling
yeah.
out the paperwork, clearly not thinking.
He looks like an employee of the
He
building?
looks like the director.
Oh, sorry, we didn't call ahead. We were traveling through, visiting an old friend, Mr. Price,
Okay.
Franklin.
So you're not saying you're law enforcement.
Not yet,
No.
Okay. He's like, okay. Yeah. Can you just wait at the nurse's station for me while I finish out this paperwork?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, it's just right in there. He points to you and you can see the nurse's station. You guys walk in. Do you?
Yep.
Yeah.
You go into the nursing station. It contains no sound save soft echoing music. You see a big long nurse's station with files, like file cabinets, presumably with patient files in it. And you see several monitors set up with cameras and stuff all around the facility. There's a radio playing the 1970s hit Muskrat Love, which I'm not doing this, but it says play it. And then it says, and then it says pick a player, look directly into their eyes, and say the following, quote, "This isn't any normal rendition of Muskrat Love. This is the live version from the 1980 performance on the Tony Tennell show, the one where Tony tells a story about Kissinger not enjoying the song. Your agent knows this. If the player asks how they know this information, say, you have no idea, you just know." I've listened to this song. I see no
valid
important thematic or really even point to listening to it. It's not great. But yeah, that's that. I also see no. There is no point to like. You just know.
You just know.
Like
You feel it in your bones.
this thing that happened probably when you were an infant.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not happening. But the nurse's station is unoccupied when you arrive. There's no nurse there. Yeah, and you can see there's like a remote for the cameras and stuff. What do you want to do?
The remote. How is the remote for the cameras? Just to like change the view on them?
You can like rewind and stuff and go and like you can see like you can change the view too.
I would just like to. Can I go? I guess.
I go over, I pick up the remote, and I kind of find like a coffee cup or something and set it on the rewind just slightly so that it's holding the button down
Okay.
continuously.
Right now it is showing the place.
Mm-hmm.
And as you set the coffee cup on it, It kind of rewinds quite a bit, and you kind of have to like, oh shit, stop it real quick, and then hit play. And as you're watching this, you can rewind, and it's just a few minutes before. It shows paramedics arriving. There is a nurse at the nurse's station, a man. It shows paramedics arriving, rushing through the door with a stretcher, running down the hall with a male nurse. And then just before the front door can close and lock, you see Ellie Gable walk through the doors with effortless timing. She goes quickly into a closet as the paramedics come back out with Mrs. Williamson. Once she's out of the closet, she goes back through the door, with the door closing behind them. As she walks down the hallways, she is flanked all of a sudden by 3 large dogs that come out of rooms down the hallway in exact unison. She strolls to the nurse's station. The nurse at the station doesn't get past a quizzical look before a dog vaults the desk and clamps down on his throat, thrashing it like a shark. The girl doesn't even look at the dying man as she passes, moving through the wing to the nursing home hallway. The dogs pull the body closer to the desk, and the feed follows her and the 3 bloody hounds. The 3 of them, the 4 of them, her and the 3 hounds, enter Franklin Price's room precisely as you guys entered the entrance.
I see that happen. I look around the corner of the
you
desk.
look around the corner and there's a body there.
Is there like a panic button or something, or?
I immediately go to Franklin's room.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I'll be like the last one because I'll look over the desk.
I go straight there.
Yeah. So you're running there.
The person's dead, right?
Yeah, his throat is torn out.
Then I'm running to Franklin's room as well.
By a small white pit bull.
Don't do
I'm gonna do what I have to do, Ken.
You better not. Toby, what do you do?
You're not smart.
Go with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also, I need to get up.
Who takes their gun out?
I don't. I have mine out. As I go into the room.
How far away is the guy in the ambulance?
He's like far down in the hallway.
Would he hear me if I screamed?
If you want to involve him in this immediately, then go ahead.
No, okay, I'm gonna just run to Frank's room.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have hand on gun as I'm running down the hallway until getting to the room and then whip it out.
Alright, all of you run down. None of you have your guns out. You guys get to room 121. The door is closed. The narrow window security glass seems to be covered with a bloody scarf. Light shines through where the thin fabric isn't clotted with gore.
I open it with my gun drawn.
The room is locked. You can try to kick it in.
I kick it.
Make a strength roll.
I don't think that'll be a success.
I'll try to kick it.
I'm a Dexy boy.
Nope.
I might got it.
Toby, worry about the story later. Please. Your character's not doing that now, so it makes no sense anymore.
I pass, but I pass with a hard. Actually, an extreme. Yeah,
Okay.
an extreme.
Math.
Alright, so
Sorry.
Jake Blevins tries to kick down the door. He fails.
What a wee thing.
And then Morraine Moss comes up
Better to
behind
try
him
and fail.
and kicks it in. Karate kick it in.
You softened it.
I weakened it. Yeah.
As you enter, Ellie Gable is standing on the other side of the bed, holding a bone-handled knife above the chest of Franklin Pierce. She is next to several dogs: a white pit bull,
Why do you have to do that?
a German Shepherd, and a gore-soaked standard poodle. She looks at you in a frozen pose. What do you do?
I try to grab her.
She's on the other side of the bed. She has the knife over him.
Do not move.
She's just regarding you. She's looking at you. Make a human roll to kind of pick up what she's doing, looking at you.
I fail.
I rolled a 7. Very good.
Nice.
People that succeed,
I succeed.
you can see that she's
Barely.
looking. People that succeed, you can see that she's looking at you guys with something beyond sexual attraction and religious ecstasy. Price is awake during this. He is muttering the phrase, "Smells like cookies. Smells like cookies. Smells like cookies." And indeed it does smell like cookies. All of you, the smell you smelled before in the babushka's house, and also whenever you've been encountering different things, triggers for you. And you're back there. Make a sanity roll.
If we pass.
I'm telling you, this is separate. Make a sanity.
17. That's
Fail.
a pass.
We're good.
Fail. Wait.
Yep.
Yeah, fail.
Who failed? Say out loud.
I failed.
Okay.
Morraine Moss.
Okay.
Fail.
With the failure,
Jake Blemons.
with the failure, Kerry, you feel the following. Kerry Houghton bore some of the bloody smell, but this man was marinated longer. His flesh is saturated in the acrid stink. The room feels hot with a miasma rising from the floor. The smell of freshly baked cookies welling up. Somewhere in the odor lurks some chemical corruption, something urgently caustic that warns against taking a bite. And when you said put the gun down or whatever, you said put the knife down?
Yeah.
Price turns to you and says in a rasping voice, "She's one of the quiet children." And what? Yeah, so we're going Dex order.
I have a 65 in Dex.
Well, anyone else?
Yep, I said uno momento.
I also have a 65.
I have a 75 Dex.
I have an 80.
Damn.
And
Dexterous
who says
motherfuckers.
she's one of the quiet
Quick.
children? Morraine does?
No. Franklin Price.
Franklin says. Oh, okay.
What's yours, Morgan?
80.
80. Okay, Morgan. You and her, make a Dex roll. Both have the same Dex.
I rolled a 38.
That's exactly what she rolled too. She literally rolled 38.
Okay.
Again,
53.
23.
Okay.
She wins.
It would have been so funny if he did a same.
She goes first, and she brings the knife down hard into his torso.
Oh,
Um,
no! Let me roll again.
Man, you guys could have saved this old man that's in
How?
hospice.
If I rolled better than her?
He's old, though.
If you're better, yeah.
Oh my god, okay.
We only
right.
have so much dexterity.
So she pulls down the knife into his belly. Yeah, and
Well,
hold on. Hold on. Oh, I gotta find the dog's dexterity too.
Yeah, whenever we pulled all of our guns, I aimed at one of the dogs. The poodle specifically.
You're faster than the dogs, Tim.
Woo! I'll be shooting some dogs.
Okay, Tim, you're next. She just stabbed into his body.
Morgan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Morgan, you're next.
Well, he's probably on oxygen or something. I don't want
He was already in hospice. Like,
He's not in hospice.
oh.
Has like the Alzheimer's and stuff. He's long-term care here.
yeah. He's not on oxygen.
Well, I mean, I'd
Decided.
probably draw my gun and shoot her,
Uh-huh.
and that's what I'll
Go
do.
for it. You saved
No!
You saved her once.
10. That's gonna be really
Oh,
good.
that's probably a
Probably.
Yeah, that's an extreme.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an extreme.
Okay, so what's the max damage you can do with that gun?
I wrote it down.
D10.
A D10, yeah.
Okay, so you do 10 and then roll the D10.
15.
What?
Well, I
15
rolled,
total.
so 15
Okay.
total.
You kill her.
No!
She,
Not the cookies!
She pulls down and stabs him, and then she like kind of screams at you, and then you shoot her right in the head.
Yep.
As she goes down like a
Fuck!
Yeah, and then Tim,
Are the dogs
The dogs,
aggressive?
as soon as she gets shot, the dogs that were acting aggressive, calm down.
Thank God. I
The
snuggle
pool
my
has
nose.
blood all over its mouth, and so does the pit bull.
Ah.
The pit bull has blood on
Oh,
its
I
mouth.
love you.
You clean up the pit
It
bull
was
blood.
not your fault. Yeah, just the pit bull. I clean up the pit bulls.
Burn the recording so they can't tell which
Yeah.
dog did it.
Not your fault.
Should I shoot the dog anyway?
No.
I mean, the dogs are gonna die.
I mean, they're gonna put him down.
They're gonna put these dogs down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just pick the pit bull up and I run out of the nursery.
Price still has a knife in his belly.
I go up to Price.
And you guys are like, well, we gotta help
Oh,
him.
no.
You asked me if the dogs calm down immediately or no longer aggressive. I just run up to Price and put my hands around the wound
Yeah,
to hold the bleeding.
do you want to pull out the knife?
No. Usually for gut wounds like that, you want to hold it in until you're ready to stop the bleeding completely.
We should probably run.
But we didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but we don't
Just
want our
killed
names
someone.
here.
Well, but after she killed Price.
Right, but the police, your name, everything
Yeah,
else.
it's gonna be.
I'm like
connected to
holding
this.
the knife in around him, like,
Okay, yeah.
but the police, the knife, Price, I'm sorry, Mr. Price.
She's,
Yeah.
And he says, Nikki.
Nikki who? Nikki who?
You
That was
know,
the girl.
He has Alzheimer's. No?
No, her name is Ella.
You haven't heard of Nikki before.
Nikki, Mr. Price.
He has something in his hand, too.
I grab it.
Yeah, I'm holding the wound.
It's clutched in his hand, and it's a bloody pamphlet advertising a St. Lawrence Church, a chapel and homeless shelter in Miami, Florida. There's some doodles on the back of it, but you probably don't have time right now to deal with that.
I just
So-
take it with
Grab
me.
that and just fucking.
Is there a window?
There is. He also probably has a file at the nurse's station with notations on what he's been saying and doing and stuff over the years.
Yeah, go.
You'd have to go back there, though. And the gun shop probably woke up everyone.
And
Yeah.
the paramedics are outside, so there's cops soon to be here.
Yeah, you just go out the window. Maybe we all go out the window.
Mhm.
I just grab a pillow or something and I give
Should we
it.
take Ellie with us?
Keep in mind, there's also footage of you guys coming in.
Yeah, that's
here.
what I was
Well,
thinking.
Yeah, but what do we do? What do we do?
That was my purpose of rewinding. I was hoping it was going to re-record over
It doesn't.
whatever we want. No. Okay.
Can I run up to the nurse's station? Is there like? I would like to go. You guys get out the window.
You
I'm gonna
guys
go.
do have your badges, law enforcement badges.
Yeah, but
And you guys are here because of Pizzarelli, the attorney guy.
I guess.
And there's a bolo out for her.
Yeah. We have valid reasons. We'll just have to
All right.
talk our way out of
we'll
it.
just have to talk our way out of it.
Yep. Just in the confusion, wipe the tapes or something. I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna
do
go to the
first aid.
nurse's station. I go up to the nurse's station.
You go up to the nurse's station. Some nurses have started to peek their heads out. One of them has gone to the station before you, and you hear her scream as she sees the body of her dead colleague.
Police. I need to get to where you keep your footage. I understand that something's going on here.
And she just points to the computer that's there.
Okay, I go to the computer.
Are you a nurse?
Yeah.
We need help
Yeah.
in here. Frank Price, he's been stabbed.
And she, like a couple other nurses come up, and some of them will stay here at the
Okay.
station, but others will go with you to Price.
And I stay with Price, obviously, too, because I'm just trying to help triage him, I guess.
Yeah. Toby, what are you doing?
I'll follow Morgan for now, I guess.
Yeah. Once the nurses get in there, I'll let them take over for the knife wound and get Ellie's body away from them, so I can search it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, they say initially, who are you to you guys?
I'm like, get on the wound first, and I'll get out my badge next.
They are trained, they get on the wound immediately. They
Yeah.
say, who are you?
As soon as they do that, I get out my badge and I just do a quick flip. I'm like, I'm with the police. I'm working on an investigation. This was one of the suspects. Sorry about all of this. If he's bleeding, we need those paramedics in here.
Mm-hmm. And the nurses start talking to him, and it says the wound perforated the bowel deeply.
I hear you don't need that.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you have more than one bowel.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would like to, while they're doing all this stuff to Frank, ask them if they've ever seen Ellie before.
They say no, and they say, you need to get out of this room. Give us some space.
Yeah, I take one of the sheets and I put it over Ellie and kind of wrap. It's like, we'll get this out of here.
No, leave her. What?
Well, who is the nurse
The
talking
nurses.
back to me?
Yeah.
No, you should be getting the paramedics and getting this man to the hospital.
Make a bureaucracy roll.
Yeah, okay. That's a 2?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yeah. What are you
Absolutely, sir.
doing? One of you, go get the paramedic, get this man to a hospital, try to save his life. We'll worry about this.
Yes, and the nurses try to help Price as much as they can. With your guesses, you all can make a medicine roll just for your knowledge.
He's gonna die.
Or first aid.
I failed. Good thing I didn't actually try first aid.
4.
With that, getting into his bowel, he is...
Which is
I
a
actually
fail.
succeed, yeah.
He's like an old man. He probably has a shattered immune system. He has little chance of surviving sepsis. He's bound to die, and it's bound to be long and painful. It'd be a mercy to shoot him in the head right now.
Well, we don't.
I'm all about
Well,
mercy.
I'm pretty sure the nurses would be real upset about that, so...
You're at the nurse's station on their computer.
Yeah.
And they say, what are you looking for?
Ma'am, I need you to step away from here. This is a crime scene.
Yeah. Make another bureaucracy roll.
That'll be a normal success.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, normal.
Yeah, that works. And as you're working on that, you do find the video recordings.
I literally just and just delete everything.
Okay. You do that.
Yeah.
There's also file cabinets and stuff here with like all patient records.
Yeah.
And then I get up and I try to look for anything
Frank
that was
Price.
on Frank
Make a
Price.
search roll real quick.
That's a fail.
That's a failure. As you're searching for it, the director comes back. Says, "What's going on here?"
Jesus Christ, sir. It seems like a violent individual has made their way into your facility and has attacked one of your residents.
What happened?
I can't talk about it right now. Just
Are they? Where are they?
they have been taken care of. The danger has subsided, but things have to be dealt with right now, and I can't talk to you right now.
Who are you?
Excuse me, and I just step aside. I just walk
He
away.
tells the nurse, "Call the police." Right
Yeah.
Yeah, I just walk away.
Why don't you want to tell him
now.
your
Okay,
like badge?
you don't want to find the file.
Yeah. Sir, yeah, police are on their way. If you would like to call them as well, that's fine. And
I can't have you looking through our patient records.
Sir,
Who are you?
Is that... Sir, I'm with the police. Are you seriously stepping into...
You haven't told him you were.
Yeah, you haven't told him you're a cop or anything.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
I'm trying to treat him like he should know that.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm gaslighting.
I don't know about that.
Sorry.
Strat.
Sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. Sir, I have a job to do.
Who are you?
Sir, I'm with the authorities. You can go talk to my supervisor.
I need you to sit down. Get out of my patient's files. Sit down right where you're at.
I pull my badge out and I just flash it like this. I was like, hey, sir, how about you sit down and step out of an active crime scene?
Make a hard bureaucracy roll.
Yeah! That's an 11.
Okay. Yeah, he looks into your burned face, your glassy eye, and your sheriff's hat. Are you still holding the white
Reptile.
that pit bull?
Yeah.
The pit bull in the arms.
All right. You're police, all right.
Why would I be holding this dog if I wasn't?
That's. I'm not sure that follows, but
Don't you question me.
I respect the blue. I'm not one of those BLM people.
I take out a Punisher badge and I put it on his chest.
Thank you, sir. You do find a file.
No.
It's a large file.
I take it out and literally just...
In front of them.
No, I just walk away with it and then leave the facility.
Yeah.
Oh.
You walk out the door, or do you go back to them in the hallway?
I walk to
Are
the
we all
room.
just gonna leave?
As soon as I searched the body, I was just gonna leave.
I walk to the room and I'm like, hey, we should go. And then I walk to the car with the folder.
Yeah, they're out in front of the room holding a body in a sheet.
Right, I was just gonna get it. Well, since the nurses actually listened to me, and they're gonna take Price away, after they take him away and they leave, I was just gonna search over Ellie real quick.
They probably aren't ready to move him yet. So.
Well, with the paramedics there, I thought they would be, like, quicker about it.
Yeah, you'd have to wait a little bit of time.
Yeah. Well, I'll just check her right there in front of them.
Okay.
Just kind of, like, search through, like, make sure she doesn't have any weapons if they ask.
She had that knife.
Right. Had the knife.
It did seem like a specific knife. You said a bone knife?
Mm-hmm.
Bone handle knife.
I kind of pull out a tissue, put it around the knife, kind of pocket that into a jacket pocket, and keep searching through her jacket and pants and stuff for anything, her pockets.
As they're walking out with Frank Price, we can literally just walk out with them, or did they already walk out?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I was just planning
looking
to.
through the pockets.
Yeah.
You find she has tons of scars all over her, they look like scars of addiction, self-abuse. She's very, very thin. Yeah, that's all that she has on her.
Just the bone knife?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No cell phone, no nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So yeah, I just pocket that.
You do take the knife?
Yes.
Okay. Do you leave her body?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like, I turn to the nurses, like, we'll take these dogs out of here, don't worry. Focus on Price, the cops will be here to take care of the body.
Yes, sir.
Alright, and I drag one of the dogs out of the room, and I'm like...
Yep.
I'm carrying
the
other one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you taking the other dogs?
We're taking all 3 dogs.
We're getting these dogs out of here.
We're getting these dogs to safety.
They're not going to put
This is not their fault.
You guys walk back out, Toby. You walk out with them.
We're all carrying dogs.
Well, I'm just like dragging like the German Shepherd or something because I'm doing it under the facade that they think the dogs are dangerous.
Yeah. On your way out, Toby, you do see a book by the front door titled "The Chronicles of Clovis."
I can read it.
and it jogs something in your memory. You
grab
quickly
it.
pocket it just on the way out.
I'll read it now.
In the car ride to the shelter.
You guys hop out of the facility real quick. Get into the car. Are you like letting the dogs go?
No, I'm holding.
No, they're in
You're
the
gonna
car.
bring them with you.
Yeah.
They're your dogs.
For now.
Look at this story, The Hounds of Fate. How fitting it is for
No.
this
It's a different.
I know.
You guys all get into your car
I am.
with the dogs.
I get the dog out there. I'm like, guys, this was just
Get in the car!
It was just a cover.
Get in the car!
I popped the trunk open. Like, all right.
The trunk?
I'm holding my pit bull.
Yeah. It's a German Shepherd.
Yeah, lay down. Lay down.
Why do you want it in the
Pizza.
trunk?
Just let it go! Just let it go!
Yeah,
Just
It
hop in
will
the car
fucking
with us.
suffocate in the trunk.
No, it won't. There's plenty of air. It's open to the back seat.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what kind of car it was.
Well, yeah, it's a sedan, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, we can open the
Okay,
back
that's
seat.
fine then. Alright, yeah.
It's not airtight.
You throw them in. You guys all hop into the car. Toby, you immediately start reading the book.
I'm a literate individual, so yes.
And who's driving?
Morraine?
Morraine, make a drive roll to get the fuck out of there.
Why?
What's your drive, Morraine?
Dum, dum, dum,
Amazing
dum,
car.
dum, dum, dum,
Alright, well, I did
dum,
put
dum,
some in
dum,
here.
dum.
Mine's 55.
Okay, yeah,
That's
go for
good,
it.
yeah.
Go for it.
69. Nice. I should get it
Nice.
just because of that.
No, you failed, didn't you?
No, a 69
it's
is never a
69.
failure.
That's like a
Critted.
crit. That's
Yeah.
a funny
Critted.
It's not.
It's a silly
critted.
crit.
You
That's
should-
like a 1, but better.
Yeah, I should be able to roll again if I roll a 69.
No.
Jackson,
You have to 69
you're not
if
honoring
you
the silly
69.
crit.
No.
The 69?
Okay.
60.
Please.
We're doing a little dance.
She dances for it.
Morgan Rose again.
Morgan, you try to pull out and you nick another car. And then you pull out to the entrance slower than you were supposed to do. You like miss your exit. And you get to the exit and you see police cars coming in.
We
I
just
look down.
all suspiciously look down. I push the dogs' heads down underneath the windows and just kind of
I
look
just
out.
am just casually
Mhm.
clicker on.
They come in and then, yeah, you're free to go.
Yep, I'm gonna go.
And you guys are on the road again.
On the road again.
We just took 3 possibly murderous dogs. Just
They're not
because.
anymore.
They're great
Not
dogs.
right now.
Not right now. Until the spirit of the hunt comes back to them. Or whatever this thing is.
I think it's the scent of the children.
You guys did. It's like 5 p.m. You guys just said that. Good job.
I
Head towards Miami, I guess?
yeah. I
Well,
look
there's
at
the
the.
King Torinos and,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Charlotte, North
Charlotte. Charlotte is nice.
But that's a drive.
You want to call Pizzarelli?
Yeah. Also looking at that crumpled pamphlet. Of
Oh yeah, you want to look at the
Florence
doodles.
Church.
Yes.
There's doodles on the back. There is a black head containing a red brain. There is a moon over a nondescript line of horizon, stars stuff the background in a uniform pattern across all instances of the image. A dead tree is silhouetted in the foreground against the moon. There is an airplane depicted over a large cross. The cross is overlaid in a haphazard grid. There is a dog in a circle. There is a stock photo of a smiling nuclear family. Angry inking has turned the mother's head into a black hole. Only the mouth and chin remain, and the mouth has wicked fangs descending.
Does the photo look familiar? People in it?
It is a stock photo.
Stock photo. Very.
Yes.
There was the dog, and there was something before.
The
Airplane over a large cross.
red brain,
Airplane.
Red thoughts.
red brain thoughts.
Red thoughts.
Cross.
Oh, is that the
Red
thing that was
Crocs.
like in those words that we saw before highlighted? No.
Well, this child was illiterate. She didn't know how to speak, correct?
Mm.
Yes.
So I'm assuming these might be pictures or drawings that he grabbed from her, as maybe, I don't know,
Maybe.
or from someone. Yeah, black head, red brain, tree in front of a moon, airplane flying across a large cross.
Depicted over a large cross. The cross is overlaid on a haphazard grid.
Oh, okay. And then what was the dog?
A dog in a circle.
Dog in a circle. Okay.
With the file, you're reading that. It's a large file. It shows a long, heart-wrenching decline into early senility. 6-month file updates depict the story of a nice, dedicated man slipping into confused rage, then defeated silence, then childlike wisps of thought as his brain hollowed out itself with scar tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad stuff. I still need to get a CAT scan.
Yeah. For the last 3 years, Price was not able to speak. One of the last bright spots in his medical history was a brief resurgence of lucidity in response to a new drug regimen in 2011. Therapist notes indicate that he was expressing a desire to see his adopted daughter, Nikki Chilikov, whom he heard had been sent to King Torino's Children's Refuge in North Carolina. He claims to have taken custody after encountering her in his social work at Cornucopia House and developing a relationship. We were each other's favorites, Price says in the doctor's notes, in a rare direct quote. Notes indicate that his attempt to renew contact with Chilikov did not go well. Caretakers at King Torino eventually admitted to having custody of Aniki Chilikov, but they insisted that Franklin Price was of no relation to her, adopted or otherwise. Price's pleading to see her was dismissed as sundowning. And yeah, you recognize, looking through that name, that Nikki Chilikov was one of the Cornucopia House children who survived in 2001.
And that was in South Carolina that she was supposedly at?
No, he's at the King Torino place.
In North Carolina.
Oh, the Nikki was in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, we have another reason to go to the King.
You call Pitsy?
Yep.
Who calls?
King Torino.
I can.
Sure.
Okay. You ring on speaker maybe?
Yeah.
Pizzarelli.
Pizzarelli, just wanted to give you an update on the situation. This is, Jesus Christ.
Jake Blevins.
Jake Blevins. We just went to a facility. What is that guy's name? Jesus Christ.
Franklin Price.
We just went to the memory care facility for Franklin Price. Ellie Gable was there. We came into contact with her. She drove a knife into his chest. We fired at her. She's dead. We left the facility before anyone was able to get our names. I deleted all footage from the security cameras.
Good.
I also took Franklin Price's charts. And as of right now, we're heading to the King Torino facility.
Very good.
She didn't have anything on her except for the weapon which we took.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything else, supernatural or otherwise, that would lead to anything.
Yeah. So, okay. And one of the dogs barks. Like, you guys have a dog with you?
I picked up a stray on the side of the road. We're just going to drop it off. Dude just didn't want it to get hit on the highway.
Yes.
It's our dog.
Let's just lie for no reason.
I'm telling the truth. They were actually
It'll
there.
be in the report.
You joke. Just kidding.
Yeah.
The cops will tell you anyway.
We found these dogs at the facility, and they were aggressive until
Ellie
died, and then they changed and they became normal again.
Were they with her?
Yes.
Did they come with her?
No. So that was the supernatural thing.
So
I'm assuming
she had control over the animals.
Yes.
These were residence dogs, by the way. If you didn't pick up on that, maybe.
They're like
They
therapy
came out of-
dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
They belong to the facility / residence.
But if they were left there, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, they'd be killed.
Yeah. Because clearly one person was killed by a dog.
Right. Yeah.
I'm free.
They wouldn't have killed me.
I got after there.
Right, Campbell?
He never let me in a memory facility again.
All right, good. Where are you off to now?
North Carolina?
Carolina.
All right.
We begin driving. We stop at like a Kmart or something if there's any around to pick up some dog food.
Yeah. You guys now
Get some leashes.
Your progress is now slower because you have to stop to let the dogs out.
Honestly, we should probably just stop by like a
shelter.
A different city's dog shelter and just tie the dogs to a door. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just surrender.
Look at Campbell. Look at her face.
We can keep one of them.
Yeah, I keep the white pit bull.
Keep the white one?
Yeah.
But what if
Racist.
we encounter
My friends.
What if we encounter one of the children later and they take control?
Yeah, it's a bad
What
idea
if
to
we
have
fight
dogs with us.
them for control, like mental battle?
It's a bad idea to do that, I think. Especially just having them in the car, because at any time the dog could just be like...
Yeah, that's... Considering how animals have been around us so far.
I think it's a good idea. It makes sense that we took them to like make sure they weren't put down. But I think we leave them. I think honestly them being with us is worse for them.
Yeah.
Campbell!
I would almost say we bring them to like a local dog park that has no cameras or anything like that, and just leave them in there. Someone will find them, take them where they need to go.
True.
Don't leave me.
You really? That's what the pit bull is doing.
Yeah, I know it. That is exactly what they would do too.
Campbell, this is why people think you're aggressive. People think you're mean. People went by the office earlier today and they're like, oh, because she was like,
yeah. So you guys find a dog shelter. You drop them off there.
Mm-hmm.
Wave goodbye to them.
Yeah.
Bye, friends.
by Camel 1, Camel 2, Camel 3.
You guys find a hotel probably
Yeah.
in the middle of the night.
And then
Not much needs to be said there. You guys go to sleep, wake up the next day, head to King Torino's Children's Refuge. You arrive in Charlotte, North Carolina. The King Torino's Children's Refuge is a mansion, 5 acres. The doctor had been an activist against the militarization of mental health interventions since the Reagan administration, especially with regard to children. The gift was contingent upon the property's use as a mental health facility for adolescents and the continued use of an alternative to juvenile incarcerations. This is the facility where, like, the extremely troubled kids were sent by some of the foster people in Baltimore. So, around the refuge, the King Torino's Children's Refuge occupies a once swanky 3-story home that has been run down by decades of institutionalized living. The area around the refuge has become a bustling suburb since the once secluded house was built. The land around King Torino itself remains undeveloped despite being sold off by Bisbee Behavioral Hygiene down to its final acre. There's frequent screaming and stuff from children, psychotic meltdowns. People don't want to be near this place. A large, well-manicured lawn slopes down from the house's rear as a play and recreation area in the back. It's surrounded by thick woods. All this is on the About page of stuff.
Yeah.
And you guys can go there, visitors. It says on the website, King Torino does not allow visitors without permission from house psychologists, especially considering the history of abuse and neglect perpetrated by many of the residents' relatives. The only exception is law enforcement.
We are law enforcement.
Yep. Do we want to just go in straight and be like, this is part of an investigation with the department?
Make a law roll.
See which agency is best to lie about.
All of you can make law rolls.
I fail. My extensive legal knowledge is a small town kid.
I failed. Just barely.
I also failed.
Did you succeed, Toby? No. All right. Yeah. Whatever plan you guys want to do.
I got a 34 out of 30. Does that count?
No.
I want to use the law. That's what I plan to do.
Do
You
we
guys
go
are
in
in the
with
parking lot.
Yeah, we're out in the park like, so,
I got nothing.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to ever be like, here are our names.
right. We don't want FBI necessarily unless it's part of, like, what would be the only reason that someone would, like, unseal a child's case or something like that?
Can we call Pizzarelli and try and ask his opinion of what the law would suggest?
Sure.
See if his department...
Yeah, that's a good idea.
See
Call
if his
Pizzarelli.
department is...
He's gonna be annoying.
Hey, about this law.
Do your job.
You call Pizzarelli. What do you ask him?
Hey, would your department be great for cover if going into this King Torino's child care
We're just trying to think of what would legally cover us the best.
Well, with these child care facilities, there are mandated reporter check-ins whenever there's a report of abuse, no matter what. So those are pretty routine, especially with the more damaged and abused children already.
I see.
They can even claim false reports a lot. So they'd be pretty used to mandated reporter check-ins.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Good to know. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Beep.
You guys...
Alright, who wants to be the reporter, and then who wants to be the 3 assistants / students / learning agent?
You aren't reporters. You're still law enforcement.
Yeah.
No, I meant reporting as in like a person that would make the report.
Sure.
Like Pizzarelli was saying.
Saying who wants to be lead
Sure.
and who wants to follow.
Yep.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Who wants to lead on that? Who's got the best talking skills?
I think I do.
How
Yeah.
noble.
I have mediocre.
Humble.
I have low charisma.
Do you want to do it?
No.
Okay, then
You
shut
have
the
high
fuck
charisma.
up.
Come on, Toby. You can
I don't have. Not today.
I have
Do I have
16
that
charisma.
I can bullshit, but my stats don't match.
My
We don't
charisma
have-
is a 70.
You guys have charisma?
Your what's a 70?
Charisma.
Oh, why does it not have alphabetical? What the fuck?
Levens,
I have a 70.
maybe go easy on him first, but then lay into the whole scar thing if you need to.
I don't know what that means.
You're good at scaring people.
What do you
Wait, I have a
want?
scar.
Oh, hold on. Just because I was mean to those state detectives.
You want to know how I got this scar?
Alright, I used to be the nicest out of any of you. And I just, like,
Hey.
storm into the building.
Yeah, you storm in. Well, all of you. You storm in. All
What?
people
What?
around you.
Hold on. What agency are we saying we're with?
You can say you're with the Federals.
Yeah, we're with the feds. We're following up on a report of abuse related to Nikki. I can't pronounce the last.
Chilikov.
Yeah.
Chilikov.
Copy.
Chili.
Alright. I walk on up.
You walk on up, all of you together.
Yep.
There's a buzzer at the door. Can I help you?
Hi there, ma'am. We're with a
That would be
basically
really good.
cadres with Federal Bureau of Investigation, and we're here inspecting some claims of maybe misuse and abuse regarding specifically to a child named Nikki Chilikov.
So, she says, Nikki, well, she's not a child anymore.
Well, was a child, sorry.
Right, she's a caretaker here.
Oh,
Yeah.
would you mind if we spoke to her?
Sure. She's talking to you through the buzzer. I think actually she's in the back right now supervising playtime.
No.
Would you want to come in and wait for that? Or
We could wait for her to be done.
Or, okay.
Or, I mean, if she's comfortable, we could go talk to her while she's observing.
Or we could just observe and...
It's whatever. She's just in the back.
Okay, we'll walk on back.
Yeah.
I figure we could just watch. See what happens.
You guys
Around the back.
leave the building, go back around the building, and you can see a young woman in her early 20s supervising a bunch of little children playing around and stuff. And she's looking at all of the children. The children rush to confide in her. And she, like, when some of the children get too violent, she, like, calms them down and stuff as you're approaching. She seems very comforting to them. The area seems very chaotic, but she runs the area pretty well. As you guys approach, she seems very comfortable around the kids. And when you guys approach, she kind of has, like, her confidence just kind of disappears. And her posture closes a little bit as you guys get closer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Her breath takes on rhythmic uncertainty, and she is standing there. So, yes?
Hey, Ms. Chilikov?
Yes.
Hey, we just had some questions for you if you could talk for just a second.
Okay.
We've got some rather unfortunate news. We wanted to pass it along in person about a possible friend of yours, a Mr. Price.
I see.
Unfortunately, he passed away just a few days ago. And he was very insistent
I mean,
about...
he could still technically be alive, right?
Well...
I mean, at this point, it's better to just say.
Yeah.
He was very persistent about trying to see you again, but was unable to. And We were hoping just to ask some questions about your.
I'm sorry, I
relationship
don't
with him.
really recall a price.
Franklin?
I
Price.
don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
A social worker never came to see you.
I guess I did see some social workers, but that was before I came here.
Do you remember someone trying to... Because he tried to formalize an adoption, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember a lot before I came here, and when I do, it makes me miss too much work. So please, no. I suffered as a child, and things were bad, but I don't know if they were more bad than what any of these children suffered. But I try not to think about that. Some people came, and they stopped the bad people, and then I was here, and that's all I care to remember about it.
Okay.
Nikki, we're glad that you're doing better here.
Thank you. I'm just helping now as a caretaker.
I know it causes you pain to remember those times, but we need your help if you can remember something for us.
Okay. I'll try.
Do you remember any children by the name of Samuel or Thomas?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they were at the house I was at before, the Cornucopia House.
Right. Do you remember anything about their characteristics, perchance, or any of their inclinations? We're trying to find them.
We're all kind of, we had the bad experiences at Cornucopia House. I was 7 when I got here in 2001. Wet myself every night. I bit and clawed anyone who came near. I lost the will to live, and I convinced myself I could not live. People called me feral, but thankfully there was a doctor here who worked with me, Sarah Bryce. She saw what was in me, and she got me through school, and we got through the pain of the trauma. She was more of a mother than anyone I've ever known, and she adopted me after I aged out.
Her last name was Price?
Bryce.
Bryce, okay.
Yep.
And where is this Dr. Bryce?
I lost her in 2012. Brain tumor.
I'm so sorry.
I'm still getting my degree. I'm still continuing Dr. Bryce's work. And it's all because of Keen Torino's Children's Refuge. If you like to donate to this cause, blah, blah, blah. They always trot me out for the big donors. The big success story. It's true in part. Dr. Bryce was great, but I get tired of my little canned speech. There were some others with me that came here.
Who else?
Did they do any better?
No. One of them left after only a week, a blonde boy. I don't remember his name. The others, I was not one of them by the time Ellie was sent away. Jennifer ran not long after that. They were younger than me. I was dead to them the second I began speaking to Dr. Bryce. They were the quiet children.
What do you remember about Ellie?
She was... They were very similar, all of them. I rejected their silence, and you either spoke or you were part of the tribe, and there was no middle ground, and you knew it in your bones. I don't think I was ever really the same as them, as Ellie. She was... I think I was suppressing something so I wouldn't be alone, something that had been cut out of them. Ellie never forgave me. I spiraled really hard after that. I tried to go back, but they were so cruel. They would have me... made me my slave to their cruelty, to their silence. I'm lucky I survived long enough to see them go. Ellie and the rest of them, they don't think like you or me. They don't see things, or rather they only see things. Nothing means anything to them. Language, the way we talk, even think, is alien. Things have no names. Things just happen as they must. There's a kind of comfort in just expecting everything to just work out for you. Like knowing there is no other way, knowing that dreams of anything better that could ever happen to you are always lies, that only nightmares are real. And it's how we survive the pain. It's how many of these little ones here learn to survive, to give yourself over to the pain. When you are like that and go out in the world, you know something else is moving you. But I was only pretending to be one of them, pretending it didn't hurt, that I had no hope. When I stopped pretending to be hopeless, they stopped loving me. There's only the actual to them. Things are or they are not. Do they have anything to do with, like you said, Franklin Bryce died? I don't know the name, but it sounds familiar now.
He had mentioned you in his later years. He had dementia.
He had wanted to rekindle a relationship.
So we came out here to speak with you on his behalf after his passing.
He had said that he had adopted you or went through that process. They had thought maybe it was a symptom of his sundowners.
Yeah.
So none of the other children from the place you came from are here any longer?
No, they all were gone or were sent away. The blonde boy, I think, was taken by his parents or something. I think they found him. But
That blonde boy.
Which one?
I flipped through my little personal notebook and I looked for the name of the child that had a record.
they had a record?
Yeah, of all the Cornucopia children, there was one of them that had an actual record.
One of them had a FBI sealed file that you guys did not have access to.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That one was the one I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, is there anything you want to tell her or show her or...
I'm trying not to trigger some trauma response
Yeah.
out of her, but also be like, can you tell us anything more? I don't know.
We don't want to cause some...
It's fine. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Nikki, it might be hard to tell now because I've probably smoked thousands of more cigarettes by then, but this man here didn't have that scar on his face.
This man didn't have a scar on his face.
Listen, Nikki, we're just glad that you're doing a lot better here. We're just trying to find some of the children of the Cornucopia House. Some of them didn't turn out as good as you did.
Yeah, I don't think they know what they're doing. They just act. I remember being with them. We saw the world as something hungry, hateful, a predator, and everyone else served it. People who smiled wanted to feed you to it. Even at our angriest, there was no why, though. No choice, only instinct. I sometimes wonder if it's still like that for the others. If they're right, if imagining controls its own form of madness.
In the tribe of children, was there ever a leader amongst them? Amongst you?
Yeah. Well, there was... I can't remember his name, but yeah, the blonde boy.
I pull up a visual image of him in my mind, but I don't say it out loud because I don't want her to know that we were there. I'm reeling back on that point.
I was like, okay, all right,
Yeah.
we're trusting this girl.
Yeah, I got out and the angels came and saved us.
Who are the angels?
I don't know them. They were masked, but they came.
Well, we're glad they did.
The others, they prayed for them to come, and they did.
The kids prayed for them,
Yes,
and the angels were
they summoned them.
the people that took you from that house.
Yes, they killed our monsters.
Well, we hate to take up any more of your time,
Oh, it's fine.
Miss Chilikov.
If you remember anything,
Do you want to show her anything?
I don't
are you
really
trying to get me to show her the folder?
No.
We have the 2 pictures of the Samuel and Thomas.
You also have the doodles. on the back of the thing.
Right.
We haven't even really looked at those yet. So
Well,
yeah, I guess
I did look at the doodles. Considering they came from here and Price had them, I do take that out because I was thinking of that on the car ride of like, this might be a long shot, but do these mean anything to you? And I just turn it over.
Yeah, they hate human communication. But sometimes they need it. Sometimes they have to leave messages for each other, symbols that mean feelings. And she looks at the one that has a black head containing a red brain, and she says, "Red thoughts. This image means danger, a threat, an enemy." They all suffer from what can be called selective mutism. Their silence is not a choice or a physical impairment, though. They just never learn to speak. In classes, they would scream and claw during the lesson during any speech. I joined them at first, and we resisted the call to join the monsters in adulthood. Their words were poison, the flag of evil armies. But Dr. Bryce helped me. I was older, and the words came back. I no longer feared them, and I listened. One night, Ellie Gable stabbed me with scissors while I slept. They bounced off my skull and landed in my shoulder, which is what saved me. She was shipped away the next day. All of them left like that, except for the blonde one.
And he left because his family found him?
I think so, yeah. That sounds right.
What does the dog in the circle mean?
I don't know. They make news signs. They made news signs when I betrayed them. And that's how they felt. They felt I betrayed them. Mm-hmm. Signs I can no longer read. Silence is sometimes not enough for us and for them. They use pictures of places. One would point a finger at something and draw a picture of it, and that was the new sign. It wasn't quite language. There was no grammar or abstract ideas. But it is how they communicate when they feel the urge. They don't need the drawings. Language is about the control of others. They don't have control over themselves. I think they want a game of it. They want words deep down in their flesh, but they can't admit it. If they had to meet somewhere, they would use pictures. That would be enough. Everything is always just enough for them. Enough to make sure that the thing that must happen does happen.
Understood. So these are most likely places or ideas that they constructed to share with each other.
Right. She looks at all of you. Do I know you?
No.
Are you sure? She's like starting to cry a little bit.
I reach out and I kind of just touch her hand, like not grabbing her or anything, but just touching her. Everything is okay. We're sorry for bothering you.
We're just really glad that you turned out well.
We're glad you made it.
And you see out of the corner of your eye someone stepping out of the woods.
I step in front of her.
Hold on. You guys are all talking. You see out of the corner of your eye a shirtless man step out of the woods in pants. Next to him is a big black bear.
Why do they control animals? Good thing we got rid of the dog.
And she turns and looks at him, and she says, "Samuel." And she just has fear in her eyes. And he looks, and he has bolt cutters, and he sends the bear forward, and it starts charging into the crowd of the children, and he backs into the woods, and we'll stop there.
Pop, 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 pop. Very good, very good.
We did it.
Toby
It's
heard
all
all
in the
of
book. It's all in the book.
Yeah.
I know it's in there.
In the book.
Did you read the story, Toby?
I read many stories. Which one do you refer to?
Well, the important one.
I read many stories.
Okay.
I read the story. I know what it is.
I read the story.
The one with the blonde-headed boy.
The red thoughts. as it says in that story.
I forget what the title of it was, though. I'd have to look at him again.
Srinivasta.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do
there you
remember
go.
that.
His thoughts were red thoughts, and his teeth were white.
Yep.
He was a ferret.
I did read that one.
God.
Yes.
I did read that one. I did kind of skim it. Need to read it again.
Yeah. And what animal did the blonde boy have at Cornucopia House? They all had different pets.
Yes, it was a ferret.
Oh.
The one that gave you the book, what animal did he have, Morgan?
Morgan, what animal did
Was
he
it a
have?
rabbit?
I'm trying to remember.
A
Was
rabbit.
it a ferret?
It was a
It
ferret.
was a ferret. Yeah.
His name was Conradin. You guys learned a lot about what's going on.
Yes. Yes, we did.
I'm deeply uncomfortable.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
Well,
There's also a story in here about Toby.
I know. Talking cat.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
Is
know.
it
I just
really?
saw the
Yeah.
title.
He teaches the cat how to talk, and the cat's like telling people at the party that he's like, "You're very boring."
You had this book for months and you didn't fucking read it.
No, I'm sorry.
so much good
She
stuff.
she knew that her character didn't actually have the book.
She didn't tell me that.
Yeah, she was playing it straight, close to the chest.
And it was Toby's responsibility to
Now that I have 2 copies of this book, I'll give one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You should read it.
You haven't given it to me in the game, though.
I did. It's still recording, so we're still in the game.
The game never ends.
Yeah, the game doesn't end until we stop recording.
Instead of shooting the bear, he hands you a book.
Do you wish you had the dogs with you now?
No, I don't.
I
They
mean-
turn on us.
As long as they didn't turn on us, it'd be real cool, because then we'd have the dogs versus their whatever animals. But I imagine that's not how that works.
What kind of bear is it?
The black bear.
Black bear?
But
How
it's-
big's not that big?
This one's big.
No.
it
This
might be-
one is.
How big?
It's big.
How
It's not
big?
a black bear.
Sir, I have a picture of this black bear.
No,
Oh, do you?
It's
Is
a
it black?
very, very serious picture. You cannot laugh at it. You
Okay.
can't laugh at this artwork.
Well, I'm not gonna laugh
If
at
it's
it
not accurate size for a... Ah! That's not a black bear!
That is a black
What
bear.
is that?
That is a grizzly bear. Black
And it's
bears are not
colored
that
black.
big.
The art that they did for this.
It's all the same guy that does all of the Delta Green art, and he's one of the creators of it.
I mean, it's not like terrible, but it's
It looks
also
goofy.
funny looking.
It's not great. It's
No.
not like I like the Berlin art a lot. I'm like, oh, there's all these cool images, and it's like, I mean, I guess.
I mean, it's representative and it gets the image across
Yeah.
pretty well.
Thank God we've recorded this. The scene of you
But
dissing
it's like,
the
do we need an
artwork guy.
art of this?
Oh right, yeah. Some guy's face.
He's
So this
proud
is
to
the
be
size
an
of a black
American.
Well, this one's big.
Black bears are like big dogs.
Yeah.
This is a big
They're
dog.
medium-sized creatures at best.
This is a big dog. This is a.
That's a big fucking animal. That's a human...
That's how big it is.
But also the fact that he just has wire snips and he's just running at us, like what?
Yeah, it's very silly.
Well, he's not even running at you. In the description, he backs it.
Yeah,
into
he
the woods.
doesn't even one run with the wolf.
Yeah.
But that's interesting that they prayed for us to be there to save them, but then they're doing all this other stuff that gets us involved again.
God bless the USA.
So where is the white-headed boy? Wasn't Pizzarelli supposed to unseal that case for us?
And I'm proud
He's working on
to
it.
be an
Uh-huh.
American.
He's working real hard on it. Almost
Almost
like they sealed it.
free.
And I'm proud
To know
the man who died.
I think
Who gave
I think
that
this
right
blonde
to
boy
me,
is
and
another
I proudly
demigod.
stand up next
You
to
remember
you.
the blonde boy, Toby? He was the one carving into the tree when you guys
Yeah,
were spying
he
on
made
him.
the nice picture.
Of
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, well, it could have been anyone.
he was also the one that showed us where the book was. He also
Pretty
fed
bust,
everyone after we killed them.
He prayed for us.
Yes.
And evidently his parents found him. And
Well, I'm thinking that he's the FBI sealed case that Pizzarelli's supposed to be unsealing for us.
yeah.
But I'm also thinking that Pizzarelli's dragging his feet
Morgan.
because they sealed it.
What if he is Pizzarelli?
No.
Morgan's character knew Pizzarelli as a child.
I did.
Morgan, why would you diss me like that?
I only sent it to you. And
Morgan was at Cornucopia House?
Yeah.
yeah.
She was. At one point, she was.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
I tried to bring it up in character once, and you're like, no, stop it. So I stopped.
You stopped what?
When I tried to bring up that I was like, Pizzarelli? Yeah, you know? And he was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, shut the fuck
he
up.
told you to stop.
Yeah. So I tried to tell you guys in character, but then he was like...
That what?
That she
I knew him.
Pizzarelli.
You told us that.
You did tell Tim that afterwards.
You told me that.
I don't know that.
Why
Should
don't
I
you
stop
share
it?
You hate me.
Yeah.
Why would I share it with you?
Yeah, okay. Goodbye. When I find the mouse.